the Twitter, on the YouTubes, and of course, we're also on Instagram if you want to look us down there, because we've got some really good looking players here in Katowice, so check them out.
Yes, you can check all that out, or you can use my personal favorite hashtag, which also coincidentally is kind of IEM. Hashtag IEM is the one I want you to use. And for the meantime, we're going to go to a break. We do have the conclusion of this series. Faze versus Navi comes to a head right here. We'll be right back after this break.
Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top.
This is your chance to rise, a chance to prove yourself to the world. Because when passion leads the dream, this is not just a game anymore. This is the ESL One Rio Major Championship.
To be brilliant is to defy convention and challenge expectations. So Intel will bring the processing power for when it's time to go. Brilliant. Frame rates that keep up with your reflexes. Brilliant. Fast clock speeds for when you're on the clock. Brilliant. It's what we do at Intel, powering you to master your potential. Will you rise? Intel. Unleash your brilliance.
In my head, I had good reason. making them wish they were you. We've heard the most when it comes to this. Yeah, every shade of blue, but don't even care what they all say. They think we're out of control. Yeah, truth be told, we know it. It's just the way we live. We own it. 'Cause stop, we love the thrill. We know it. It's just the way we live. We're grown-up kids.
Intel Extreme Masters is brought to you in part by Intel, Acer Predator, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, Vodafone, and Euronics.
They're looking at us, an audience. We gon' turn up in this place. Ain't coming.
Welcome back to Katowice, everyone. The nighttime has found its way into this city, and so have we into our third map of this series. Of course, if you are just joining us, this is the Intel Extreme Masters, and this is where all eyes of the world are descended upon currently, right now, as we look towards that third map of this series between Navi and FaZe Clan. Already a series that's delivered, and I want to deliver to you my analysts here. I've got Sponge, and I've got Simp. Guys.
He's a simp? It's in vogue at the moment, apparently. I see all the cool Zoomers using that lingo these days. I don't actually know what it means. I'm going to have to look into that. But you know something else I don't know about?
Who's going to win the series?
Yeah, because Overpass right now, it's only been played once each from both of these teams this year in 2020, so we're going into the darkness. Both teams had it picked against them in a best-of-3, and both teams ended up winning that map 16-7. But if they had it picked against them, what that usually means is you get started on the CT side. And they both have fantastic individuals to lock down on the CT side. So other than that, we don't know too much else.
So it's a crazy sort of phenomenon we find ourselves in. Both of these teams have that equal sort of firepower if they all show up at the same time. And I feel like that's the storyline we tell all the time, Jacob.
Yeah, I think it is. And we are moving into unknown ground where we don't really know where to put these two teams. If you look towards FaZe, I think they have more strings to play off. Again, the only reason we're standing on a third map now is the fact that Symbol, Electronic, and Perfecto stepped up in that second half. FaZe should have won this 1-2-0, I believe. So if that's going to be the same case in Overpass, that it's going to, come down to individuals from Navi, and it's only going to be Symbol and Electronic contributing, then I think FaZe Clan right now is too strong individually. I think they have too many strings to play off, so I need to see more from Navi. I need to see Boomich be assertive as well. We saw that in London. He could be very good. He was playing a great tournament over there, but we need to see more from the individuals in Navi if they want to match up against FaZe Clan.
I start to get a little bit worried now because Simple is the only one with positive stats here for the Navi side, but that first map was like a 16-9 blowout, right? So but coldzera and NiKo as a duo are playing fantastically well off of each other. I know that they had some really good CT moves that they used over there in London against NIP. So look out for some of those. And we also highlighted a little bit earlier on the telestrator one of those fast B strategies they had. So I think from a strat base, FaZe are actually better prepared than Navi.
But Jacob, on that same notion, when you look at it the other way, when you flip it around, how does Navi win this series? How do they just close the door right here?
I mean, they need to play. I think they need to play fast. We don't know whether they're going to start on the CT or the T side, but I think they need to play fast. They need to give it to FaZe Clan. And I think the one weakness FaZe Clan have right now is Rain not having a great series overall. So unless he steps it up, then I think there may be some weakness within the FaZe Clan camp.
Yeah, Rain found himself at 26-38. A rough showing for him thus far, but he's going to get that chance at bouncing back on Overpass. The final map of this series for FaZe Clan and Navi. We are ready to get that one right underway, and we're going to be doing it with Anders and Moses. Fellas, do me the honors.
Well, honor is all ours, Trace. We're going to get into the game right now. Final map on Overpass coming your way. FaZe going to be starting on the CT side, Navi on the T side. Jason, how are you feeling about this? We thought this would be a pretty good game, and I think it's really delivered, so I'm excited.
It absolutely has. I mean, this has been our marquee matchup of the day, and it's fitting that it goes to all three. Rain, a bit of an extended duel. I'm going to back off quickly. This is where this round lies so heavily on how this engagement, 3-on-3 essentially in these stairs, and even that damage might not matter. It might lure them right into this crossfire. Perfecto can't win it. And this is where the trap is sprung, but no one else peeked. coldzera was all alone. It's an extended fight, and Boomich finally ends it.
Oh, yeah, and Rain actually took down Electronic, who was flanking around from that fountain up by the playground. Maybe he could have equalized everything, but yeah, 3-on-3. They're starting to get towards that B bomb site, and I mean, he was kind of there, broky, but he wanted to fall back instead and maybe wait for the teammates, and I can't really blame him. That means the bomb goes down. Simple trying to hold the door, but he can't. He gets dropped, and now it's Boomich and flamie trying to hold on to this round. Still, the bomb is only just planted. Flashbang to set it up. flamie actually pushing, but he's going to get dropped, and now it's Boomich with the clock behind the pillar alone in a 1 versus 3, and they're coming from every side. They hunt him down, and it's Rain with the triple at the end of it. What a pistol round.
That was a great pistol round and just some very nice headshots right at the end for pretty much everyone on Faze. broky had a very nice holding his ground, same with Rain. But 3 kills for Olof is going to seal it. The plant is going to help, though. And if we saw on the previous map, the plant there, I think it was on Nuke, actually. The plant, you know, led Navi into that Krieg drop. See if it happens again. Simple's picked up armor.
We were feeling critical about some of the...
economic decision-making?
Yeah, we were. And they've got very close, so I don't know if our criticism is completely, you know, justified. It makes us nervous at any rate.
Yeah, it's just one of those... Yeah, it's just one of those things that seems to just go against, like, the main theory of Counter-Strike, but still, I mean, it can be impactful, it can be impressive, and that's a nice, quick double kill for Simple. Not blind whatsoever. The Krieg here doing work, and this isn't even the full Krieg drop. They just dropped Simple one because, why not? He's the best player in the world.
Yeah, picking it up immediately. Double for him, and Faze, I mean, tipping, you know, most of the hand there, really. Slowing it down the Navi. They don't want to really overreact to it, and there is the rest of the people are here anyway. Faze just saying, we're going to have to gamble, and I think that's a reasonable choice. They can still win it back if they win just a couple of good fights. The timing is just godlike against flamie. There's nothing that he could have done.
Yeah, but Navi's not backing away from this. The trade game, 3 flashbangs. If this pop flash is perfect, although NiKo gives up the angle, this could actually make things worse for Faze. They've given up the B bomb site. Navi still very quiet. No Molotov, no smoke to block off NiKo. But how much help can he get from Olof in this position?
Not a lot right now. I mean, olofmeister has at least some grenades. The Molotov maybe could have bought some time there, but he's going to save it. Oh, they don't get the bomb plant down. That's a big kill. Just a patient waiting of NiKo behind the sandbags. 30 seconds now, and this is a lot of trouble for Navi. They don't have the grenades to keep this fight up, and Faze still have at least a couple of these through into the bomb site, so it's going to get really awkward now. 20 seconds. They want to go for another bomb plant here, but let's see if they can get taken down once again. Shooting through. The bomb is planted this time, but yeah, that took every single one. Nice shot. Electronic out with the Krieg. If he could have had it out, maybe it would have made a difference. Quad kill on NiKo. And they will win the round, obviously, but I don't know. That looked like Electronic could have had those 2 kills.
I'm wondering if, I didn't notice if he meant to switch over to the Krieg, or maybe if he, for whatever reason, has auto weapon switch activated and just stepped over it, but it seemed like he was shooting that deagle like he was ready to keep going. Regardless.
No one should have auto switch activated.
I hope not. I almost didn't want to say it, but it just looked a little bit questionable. There's the headshot, there's the second shot, and the switch over to the Krieg. We might have to yell at him. We'll talk to him tonight. Make sure it's all fixed up for the playoff stage. 2-0. NiKo brings it back in the control of Faze.
So now I just want to say, if you're watching this at home and
you have auto weapon switch, take it off.
You can't be friends anymore.
Yep, you immediately...
It's done. Boost, actually to try and get that kill, and they will. flamie, he was well aware after the first shot rang out. I think he just thought maybe, you know, I could be a little bit quicker and win this fight, but that's a nice shot from olofmeister. And, you know, Navi, good investment into this round. Even in the 4 versus 5, should still obviously be very carefully a Faze that they don't let Navi into the game too early. We've seen a number of round or maps here where Navi, you know, off to a strange start, but they just keep clawing it back.
Yeah, it seems like whoever starts out slow seems like they eventually find a way to get back in this game. Both teams who have, you know, kind of lost the, you know, when the team loses the map, they're the ones who had the fast start. Doesn't bode well for Faze, but that's obviously nothing to really go off of. Olof with the AWP, doesn't even need to use it. Rain's got 2 kills. Now he might have an opportunity. Smoke comes up. Boomich and Electronic, the only ones left, and there's a timer. If they're not aggressive moving forward, they're certainly going to get hit from behind.
Yeah, NiKo's holding him in on that one side.
I like this play from NiKo, actually. He didn't go all the way up the stairs for the flank. He probably would have if his A teammates had called out that there's still pressure, but he's just backing away and making sure there's no escape. It's a less of a risk for the weapon, and it's less of a risk to lose the round, and now he's got a free kill. That's knife out. Electronic goes down, 3-0. 4 players survive. That couldn't have gone better for Faze after a really, really tough second round.
The way in which Rain goes for that peek over at the bathrooms. As the smoke is fading, it's actually quite clever because I'm pretty sure olofmeister was re-smoking that position, and they will hear that smoke is going to sort of bounce on the ground, and I'm pretty sure just as it bounces, Rain says, okay, if they were in the smoke and they were going to push through, that now is when they do it, right? They do it as it's getting re-smoked, so he just goes for that exact timing, and that's, you know, worked out really well. Initial smoke thrown from CT spawn to try and stop any kind of a B rush, and we're back to deagles all across the board for Navi. So let's see what they could do. Talked a lot about Faze deal work throughout these two maps. Third one here, maybe it could be Navi's turn.
Yeah, well, I think there's a boost in this. No, there's not. Broky. Just waiting. Actually, pretty passive defense. Look how far back they are at the B bomb site. No one's in the water. No one's close to the site. No one's close to the choke points. They're essentially just fine to let Navi with the losing bonus build up, get the plant if need be, see if they can stop it, but if not, they just want to preserve the weapons. Don't pass an M4, don't pass a Krieg back to Navi to help them win the round. Almost a chance there with the deagle. But that should give FaZe an idea of what's coming. In fact, that flamie has swung all the way wide to the other side.
This is so much space to be working with. When they have got 5 deagles, that's making me a slight bit nervous that some of these fights just, you know, it's deagle versus rifle, sure, and that Krieg up top is going to have a huge advantage, but still, maybe want to try and you know, be a bit more careful. Cool boost to look over the smoke here, and yeah, slim chance of that range. Bomb could be going down, but still, FaZe, I feel like now with a couple of kills there, they've got it pretty much locked down. Cold will close it out. Nice set of headshots there. And a 4-0 lead for FaZe.
Yeah, give them the space, give them the deagles, let them have as much time as they want. Just make sure as soon as they make their play to get into the bomb site, you're ready to pounce, and everyone's fighting.
Yeah.
It's an easy mop-up.
Easy. Yeah, I mean, this, you know, like you said, they could have chosen that. I just don't like the part where they're fighting.
Letting the deagles just take free shots at range.
Yeah, it makes me nervous.
It's like the recipe for just someone to get a random crooked headshot.
Simple with the AWP. I don't know, we've not been blown away by his AWP this series, although on Dust 2 there were some definite moments, and yeah, he needs to rediscover that right away on this final map.
Electronic just burned a lot, down to 44 HP. Rain is still in aggressive position, but it's a lot of players dedicated towards the front of bathrooms, towards party. NiKo is there. Rain is pushed up, coldzera pushed to the end of long, and even Olof at the top of the staircase. So when this kill happens, they need to now kind of adjust things. That's one half of the attack, but Boomich is going to have the go sign for this B site, and it's just broky.
Yeah, he's alone in here. Surely his only job is to stay alive. Just try and buy time, don't do anything crazy, wait for the backup to get there. Olofmeister alone with the AWP inside of the connector. Oh, broky playing that position really well. Flashed in with a grenade from Rain, able to get the immediate headshot. And now every second, I mean, more and more people are going to start to show up inside of this bomb site. Navi had their window, and it was about 10 seconds ago. Now it's going to get really tricky. The bomb is down on that slope, and Simple wants to find somebody to snipe, but yeah, again, everyone's here.
There's no utility left on on either side, really. There's no nades whatsoever. There's plenty of time. That's a big shot for Rain to hit because Simple had 40 seconds with the AWP to peer into the site. Now Perfecto and flamie have to work together and commit to get this plant down, but broky's got a new angle, and he's backed up by NiKo. Surely not a kill. Good trades, but flamie in a 1 versus 2. Still time on the clock, and that is a narrow miss. 5-0. For FaZe, the AWP was taken out of olofmeister's hands on the flank.
Yeah, and NiKo getting excited now. He's, you know, it's been a long best of 3 this one. But he's still feeling it. Yeah, this is even that 1 kill. I'm happy if that's all broky does in the round. I'm cool with it. Big risk. I mean, you see the risk immediately on the minimap. Obviously, Navi can't see that, but that's 4 people leaned towards the bathroom side, and then broky alone in B for a good long while.
Yeah, it works out perfectly. Even when they rotate back in time after that kill, they just say, all right, Electronic was the only one here. We'll just all bail out. Good shot from Olof with the AWP.
It's continuing the trend of putting the new young guys in the, you know, toughest positions.
They got that young man aim, snappy aim.
Young man's aim, yeah, I like it.
As you get older, you got to lower that sensitivity. You're like, I'm too old to control this.
Start overshooting. Doesn't quite feel right.
Don't have it in me anymore.
It's going to be a while before broky gets that problem. 6th round here. Navi would love a bomb plant. Any kind of money going their way. and maybe just do some damage along the way to Faze that have already started to build a pretty decent economy, almost 8,000 on coldzera at the moment. Although, I guess Olof is a little bit low on cash, even it out a slight bit.
Oh, Rain's going to start peeking in towards bathrooms. There's the noise cue. flamie tries to get back, but he just can't do it. Along the edge of the smoke, Rain runs out of bullets. Good kill for Boomic, but still no real chance of making it into the bomb. So they've got 2 smokes and 1 flashbangs. Boomic is going to back up, and again, I think this is almost looking not like a fake, but desperate times. coldzera is going to rotate. There's going to be 3 defenders here very quick, and if Navi doesn't use these smokes right now, it might not matter.
Yeah, trying to get close with the M4. It's actually a very important kill. I'm kind of shocked they even got this far into the bomb site. I thought they would have shot down, or been shot down just on approach even. 10 seconds as the bomb goes down, and another 3-on-3 here. NiKo sneaking at the edge, and a grenade to shut down Perfecto. That's I don't know, that's an unfortunate turn, because Navi actually had done a pretty good job even to get into this position. Boomic, 1 versus 3. They're going to set up a bit of a flashbang, and he will get a lot of damage taken just from that initial engagement. So Faze will still come out on top, but I don't know. Pretty good job for Navi considering what they had.
Yeah, wasn't bad at all. Plant out of it, 2 kills. Unfortunately, coldzera is able to recover the op, so that'll still be in the hands of Faze. They don't need to reinvest in the expensive weapon. But what's really worrying is this 6-0 run.
Yeah, that's setting a dangerous trend. And they've had bomb plants in, half of them. One of them, including pistol round second round. So, but half of them, they don't even get onto the bomb sites, which at least you want that.
I think, especially with how long this series has lasted, I think Navi needs somebody to... You need someone to energize the team at this point. They're calling a timeout right now to talk some things over. This is the best buy they've had in some time. They're going to have at least 4 Kriegs. They're probably, I would imagine, going to have 5.
Yeah, and this is where you need
like
old simple.
Yeah, someone to have like some insane triple kill in the opening, some kind of crazy clutch. I mean, obviously you don't want to plan for a clutch or anything, but you need something to get the energy and the excitement going and raised and lifted in the team.
Yeah, that's a good point. I definitely...
That's where you'd look at your simples, your electronics.
To get find up. I don't know. I feel like it's been a while since we've really seen them celebrating. Even this game, even last map when they ended up winning it and everything, but it just doesn't really feel like they're having a lot of energy and a lot of sort of motivation behind them at the moment. Pretty deep grenade actually tags up electronic and simple. That's not bad for just an HE being tossed out there.
This is like old Rain. Remember how aggressive he used to be on Overpass towards the safe bomb site? I like coming back to this. And here's that 4-man stack again. It's the exact same setup.
Yep.
Rain pushed up at Party, coldzera at the end of Long, and you've got Olof at the top of these stairs. Now, if Perfecto gets this kill, this defense is going to have a decision to make. Rain is going to have to adjust. Ooh. Asleep at the wheel.
Yeah. Tired eyes, I guess. Rain playing by the fountain, but yeah, every second it's going to get a little bit more awkward. And now they're also, nice shot from Simple taking down Rain. And now they're very far away from broky. I don't know what he could do. Obviously, he's going to be there on his own against 4 people. If Perfecto stays and covers this connector, then the rest of them will hit that B bomb side. NiKo trying his best, and that's a kill, but he took so much damage for it. I still think broky would have to be some kind of a superhero to make this one work.
Or he'd have to have a Krieg in hand. You never know. We'll see what happens. broky in the water. They know exactly that follow-up peek. His flashbang did nothing, and now he's got to slowly back away, but they catch him. That board is paper thin, and they just spotted an elbow going and disappearing. With NiKo's HP, he's got an op. They're going to save. So Navi's on the board. Took him 7 rounds, but here we are.
And that's great news. I am worried about the fact that the start of that round is set up by olofmeister sort of missing a shot that was, pretty easy, and that obviously can happen.
It's been a rough day for oppers.
It has been. But the problem I find is that, now is where you want Navi to sort of use this slight bit of momentum, right? Because you can't obviously expect that that's going to happen again. If they lost Perfecto in that one, do they even get into this position or not? So, I'm happy Navi win a round. I want them to win rounds that are repeatable, where there's some sort of theory that can say, okay, well, that worked. So now we know that, and at least we can keep building on it. If that doesn't happen, it's obviously, further problem. NiKo gets to save the AWP, and they still have money to buy on the Faze side. But Navi are on the board, so we're celebrating that.
First one's the hardest.
That is what they say. I haven't looked at the stats behind it, Jason. I can't confirm it, but
this is a cool little peek from Simple. Just goes back and checks. It's seen that aggression from Rain earlier when Electronic was picked off, so he's mindful of it. 6-1. No stack this time, no aggressive stance, just standard utility to slow down the attack of Navi right before it begins.
You know, you can throw a Molotov from T-spawn to cancel out that smoke that gets thrown to the tunnel.
Really?
Yeah, you can throw a Molotov that lands on the train tracks. Which is hardly useful because, again, those speed rushes are they're not that amazing. But I always thought it'd be cool if someone did it, you know. Because the CT side would be like...
It's probably super useful in matchmaking.
Yeah, but then no one would know how to, you know,
True.
Throw it, so. But regardless, 8th round is coming right at you. And again, Navi sort of slowing it down. They're really worried about this birthday party and playground area, and I don't blame them. They've had to have a lot of different weird fights here. Ooh, NiKo taking down flamie on the other side, boosted, I think.
That caution of the aggression over towards party is like the other strategy behind that much, you know, placing 4 players there twice now is now every time Navi goes there, they're going to have to use a little bit more utility, a little bit more nervous. When they eventually do come to this A bomb site, it's 2 smokes, it's a flashbang and a Molotov.
Let's see if Olof is going to re-smoke this and if Rain is going to find a similar timing. Actually, might not even get a chance. That flashbang was really far back, and I'm not sure that actually did anything to Rain. He's going to get a kill before he goes down. Boomich with the double return, and now 30 seconds. NiKo behind the truck. Oh, perfect timing. As Simple was jumping. It can't get any better than that, but Boomich is on a tear right now. 3rd kill of the round for him. The bomb is going to be planted, and no one can really stop that. And now it's a 2-on-2 with... I don't know, a tough retake coming in here for Faze, I expect.
Oh my god.
It's Boomich once again, this time taking down coldzera, leaving broky. Now what on earth is he going to try and do? Sneaking into it, Electronics stealing the ace, but I don't think anyone is going to mind. What a round from the Lord himself.
That is an unreal round from Boomich, and he knew where the next peak was coming each and every time. He kills Rain, and he's immediately ready to go towards the signpost where Olof is about to slide into his crosshair. That's so sick. This is a nice little boost. flamie's going to be perhaps frustrated, but watch this. Ooh, he knows it. He's even scopes it. He's ready for the peak. He's able to trade off NiKo, who goes for the wide swing. That one is nasty. I don't know if he spotted it. That's the thing of beauty.
Well, we talked about some of the hype rounds, right? That one's going to make you feel good because, you know, 2-on-2 towards the end, but just having one guy power through a round like that.
He's taking the money away as well.
Yeah, they have. Double grenade stack there is a little bit off, but still. Second time they try that, by the way, Navi, in this first half. And it hasn't done anything, so...
coldzera bailed out. Even spotted one towards sandbags as well. Smoke comes up to delay. That's the only smoke, that's the only nade that Faze had, and Boomich adds one more. NiKo tried to slide into position at toxic barrels that coldzera had given up, and he's punished for it. And now with flamie in this spot, I mean, Navi doesn't have to rotate to the other side of the map. They can just wait for all their utility to clear, and you'll gladly take those open fights against the P250s, against the pistols.
3 versus 5, not much of reply currently. Just gonna be, I mean, Rain is all the way over at connector, and broky trying to play a bit of an off angle, successfully so, at least in terms of getting that kill, but not gonna be much else going on. It's a 6-3, and this map, unlike I think Dust 2 and Nuke, you have to be careful you pick up enough rounds on that T side, because it can get really, really rough if you end up not having at least, you know, a bit of a buffer. So I'd say Navi getting up to 3 rounds already is actually going to be pretty good, even though, again, it was a good start for Faze. But now they have to make sure that it doesn't all just crumble.
I say it's not just the 3 rounds in a row. It's the fact that they got straight up battered for like 6 rounds, able to recover this quickly. Don't have any of that trading back and forth, and their money's going to start looking good as well with 4 players surviving. We'll have to see the decision of Faze. I imagine this will be another map. We saw it on Dust 2 a couple times on their CT side. Cold and NiKo going for the double op setup. I imagine we'd see a double op here on this map as well. It can be just as efficient.
Yeah, or if they're going to have...
Who's the one guy clapping?
I don't know. Yanko?
That was Yanko, wasn't it? It was.
He's putting all the energy into it.
Just one guy and a golf clap and a dream.
I could see that working out in terms of having the... Oh, wow.
All right.
Fair play, I guess.
The dick move.
I mean, they could put broky with the AWP.
Okay.
He's anchoring B.
Yeah.
You could have that make some kind of sense.
He might not want to go back to the AWP after the tough time he had on Dust 2 with the AWP. Yeah. He might just be like, you know what, guys, I think I'll go back to the rifle.
You know, that's a strong point, too. Again, they're getting control of the sewers area, which, I mean, I'm not saying FaZe have to fight for it, but there is a version of this kind of a defense where, you know, you've got sort of half the connected defense actually coming in from the bathroom side and fighting for connector, and then you've got like 1 or 2 people pushing out the B side onto the sewer area, and then you know, you could crunch someone being there, you could do a lot of different things.
I think we'll see them execute something like that later in the half. I think they're still a little bit hurt from, remember, the second round where they tried to push 2 players in towards those short waters and Simple had the double kill with the Krieg.
Yeah.
I think they're a little bit cautious about that one not being so effective, but at some point they'll bring some of that aggression out towards the short sewer area. Olof peering with the AWP. Smoke is going to block his vision. Oh, but is that rain going right through it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, my lord. He didn't even hesitate.
Electronic is waiting. He's been doing this for such a long time. He's so good at it. So, Rain, yeah, he's worried about, he's so paranoid about looking the right way. He's got the right idea. Smoke goes up again, and he's going to fall back and take him down.
Hit him.
That is a good little, audio cue. You're exactly right.
A little bit of luck goes their way because Electronic was ready to just destroy everything. Here comes Utility to slow down this attack. Allow FaZe to rotate into the B bomb site. It's 2 of them along the wall, though. This is dangerous. This is double up territory. They've got to be so careful. Perfecto waiting for his moment. There's the shot. 15 seconds of the clock, and all the kills going the way of FaZe. One final trade at the end. 7-3.
Very little time, and yeah. It would be interesting if you could rewind and see what would happen if Electronic wins that fight against Rain, because, you know, then that rotation down to the B bomb site is just not going to be as quick, and maybe Navi will have more of an edge. Didn't work out that way. NiKo starting at 13-4. He is still playing very well.
Yeah, if you're a Navi fan, you don't want to see someone like NiKo having this start on the deciding map. He has been solid throughout this series.
And just, you know, the deadly combo we were talking about at the beginning between Electronic and Simple, they combine have 6 kills.
It's not ideal.
It is not ideal.
It's not what you want to see. 10 seconds left in freeze time, heading into round number 11.
What kind of execute would you like to see out of Navi? What's something that just feels more achievable with the current setup?
I mean, I thought they did a great job executing onto the A bomb site. When they just had, I think it was like 2 or 3 players to take it over. I think they did a really good job of taking it. The smokes were in perfect position. I think they exploited them well. I think the real big problem they've been having is not able to get into a position where you feel like you can execute onto the A bomb site, because if you had Rain being aggressive, you've had the op of olofmeister being aggressive, you've had 4-man stacks push towards Party and long A. I think that's what's kind of frightening Navi from committing to some kind of tactic that would just be a set piece at this bomb site right out of spawn.
We'll see if they're going to be more successful. I think you're right. It feels like B for them has been harder to actually get anything done in, but A they can't get close to. Nice boost, and flamie, that's the second time he gets killed. I think first time was olofmeister with the AWP. This time it's coldzera with the Krieg. Going to start to feel really annoying. And sneaking in, though, for the monster tunnel is boomich. He cleared their way into a round earlier. See if he could do it again. Timing is kind of everything. He's got the element of surprise for sure. No one is there to actually spot this out, so it could get really weird. A bit of jump down there. olofmeister going to go down to Simple, and now it's a 3-on-4. But yeah, he catches coldzera completely. I thought maybe broky jumping would have spotted him out, but he didn't. Now going to be falling back. boomich again opening up this round for Navi. This is some pretty big plays coming out from him.
That's really unfortunate. coldzera might be frustrated, but broky just had unlucky timing. Well, him and coldzera both. The fact that they're just adjusting and changing into a new setup, a new defensive stance at that B bomb site right when boomich makes his play, they just never saw it due to the fact that they were shifting. That'll be a 4th round for Navi. So, boomich is providing a lot. He had the quad kill previously. Now he's got this double kill at the B bomb site that just straight up won the round for him. So maybe not the actually he is the highest in the kills for Navi, and he's the only one in double digits, and he's providing all the impact. So yeah, boomich is leading the way.
He's the man right now. Yeah, that's important.
You're the man now, dog.
Yeah, that's gotta, you know, someone's got to step it up. We just always look for someone who isn't, you know, who isn't boomich. I think we're happy to see Simple, Electronic most of the time, probably those two. But yeah, there are some games. It's not the first time it's happened. It's just the consistency, I think, which I think Pimp was bringing up on the desk as well. You know, as a potential question mark for this team. Boomich. Yeah, you never know what version exactly you're going to get.
I think he also has like the ultra weird. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I know, boomich is still doing, you know, the in-game leading for the most part.
I think so.
So, I mean, we have to remember as well, he's still relatively new to that. I mean, he just came in, Moscow last year is when he kind of joined the team, or when he decided, when he was talked about he was going to take the place of Zeus.
Yeah. Yeah, they seem to have some sort of mentorship type thing going on before Zeus ended up leaving.
It was a very quick mentorship, by the way.
It was. Like,
that was like a very PR mentorship.
Got to learn a lot really quickly, and then it's...
You've got 7 days to learn everything Zeus has learned in 13 years.
Exactly, and then you get thrown in the deep end.
Now, don't lose.
Again, 4-1 setup here for FaZe. We've seen a number of times, and, well... If they don't hit B while broky's alone, actually Simple will find a kill, and there's no one there to... you can't really respond to that.
This is the problem. Navi, we've seen it a couple times. Navi's now seen it a couple of times, and it's the same setup each and every one.
Yeah.
At some point, they were going to figure it out, and that is like the one gap in that setup is no one's looking for, you know, anyone to make a play just as Simple did to keep Rain pinned down. Now, that is the freedom they need to hit this A bomb site. Olof is going to be the only one here with no nades. The other defender is coldzera, but he hears these footsteps and he's ready. Immediate headshot, immediately clean up.
Going to be smoking it off now. Do they want to commit time and resources to trying to get him away? Electronic is close to flanking him, but yeah, Cold, as long as that smoke is up. And again, this is a lot of time off the clock. We're down to under 40 seconds. Electronic maybe could go for the fight, and it looks like he wants to, but in the meantime, down to the B-bomb side, if they don't win that one, none of this really matters. I mean, that long fight is only part of this story.
Ooh, Electronic's going to... Ooh, that's an awkward one. Electronic's going to think that he's just going to push up into the A-bomb site. He thinks that coldzera is covering it, and actually that might be the worst thing in the world. Simple has to bail out. This is a hectic round all of a sudden.
coldzera could have almost caught Simple with the bomb. Now he's making noise, and Perfecto is hearing it, so coldzera, a second, and he's going to get shot at the back. Oh no, Electronic still goes down. I'm sure they could have called that out. Simple, yeah, he sees that up on the other side. He definitely knows, and he has to get this fight because Perfecto is very low on health, so it's all on him at the moment. Just sliding into a great position with the ult. He takes the shot, and the follow-up is great. Perfecto with the triple kill, and Navi, that is a very close round.
I want to go back to that because I had to speed up my thought when all the action began. Electronic knows coldzera is at the end of long, and what he's essentially saying is the defender in the A-bomb site, who is Olof, is going to assume that long is clear, that there's no danger there because coldzera has it held down.
Yeah.
And that's where Electronic just says, all right, if you're not going to peek, I'm just going to slide to that A-bomb site, and I'm just going to catch him completely off guard. And I think he didn't actually get the opportunity because Olof had just straight up rotated away. So he just found a free A-bomb site and called everyone back. But that round got real scrappy.
Yeah, I mean, it's still some, I completely agree. That's some amazing thinking from Electronic as well. It's a smart player that makes that kind of a call. So, stack behind the flashbang and the pistols over at the fountain, and they don't really get anything for it. Electronic are fighting way out in the open, and it doesn't really seem like it's necessary. Do a pretty good follow-up, a little bit of backup there. Yeah, almost 2 kills going in the way of FaZe. But they're going to win the round, and now we're up to 6 rounds. And I think Navi, they're going to be super happy no matter what. But 6 rounds is great in the first half. I think they're comfortable in this position. Anything past this, and they're going to be celebrating.
I mean, you better be comfortable with it considering how this half has played out. 6 in a row for FaZe to start it out, and now you've won 6 of the last 7 if you're Navi. So you're going to be super pleased with that. It's just about perfect.
Yeah, it's a good turnaround once again.
And if you're FaZe, this 4-man stack towards Party, towards Fountains, it hasn't been nearly as effective as you would have liked. I would be interested to go back maybe after this match and just count the number of rounds they ran that stack and how many they actually won because of it. I think it might only be 1 round where they sent Rain to pick off Electronic on his own. Otherwise, it's backfired for the most part.
Yeah, I'm tempted to agree with that, actually. I don't think it's had nearly the output that they were looking for.
Or that you would expect for a tactic that you run 4 times.
That many times, yeah. Here's something interesting. I mean, maybe if you're a Navi fan, you're thinking, oh man, I wish I could see a version of Navi that was, 30% better than this, and they were just crushing it in 2 maps and all the rest of it. But this is early on in a tournament, and this is it's a difficult tournament to play because of all the best of 3s and everything. You have to think probably if you're Navi, if you're gonna have, comebacks and hard-fought matches, and you need all the energy in the team, you need to prove to yourself that you actually can make it back even if you start 6 rounds down. Yeah. Pretty good time to have it early in the tournament where everyone's getting that feeling. Rather than, an experience here where they just sort of, they never make it back. They go down 6-0, and then they end up, 16-4, and that's it. So I appreciate the fact that, if nothing else, they're also proving something to themselves here early in the tournament. This time they set up for a much quicker B-type explosion if they can get the right kill, and they can't. That's such a good counter flashbang coming out.
Yeah, great teamwork. Broky and NiKo. A freebie for Broky. The Molotov to slow down any kind of response after that. And Simple better step up to the plate and produce something. Otherwise, I think Navi's just going to straight lose this round. Give FaZe a definite lead in the second half. And certainly with the signal of the AWP being at sandbags, no one from FaZe is peeking after that.
It's just not worth it, is it? He's trying to see if he can bait someone out with a bit of a grenade, and they're going to go for the double peek down right around the corner. Chasing him might not be a good idea. He gets the kill on NiKo, still 45 seconds, but look over at Long. Boomich is making his way out there, and he's just on a solo mission now. There is a bit of a boost, and Reina and olofmeister, I mean, they can, if they just take even half a peek this direction, then the whole jig will be up, and they'll definitely know that this is going to be an A hit. Let's see. 30 seconds now. Smoke is going to be put in pretty deep. That should be the go signal for everyone on FaZe to start rotating. They go for the peek, and Boomich, he actually gets one of them at 20 seconds. How did they get this bomb back down? This is a problem. olofmeister waiting in the middle of everything, and Perfecto, he's too low to take the fight. Actually almost catches Olof in a very weird position, but Olof will clean it all up for a triple and an 8th round on FaZe.
Yeah,
wow.
What a beast performance, a beast triple kill from Olof. He read that the whole way. Well, once they saw the smoke thrown from Long, it kind of gave the indication. The double peek from him and Rain, able to clean everything else up. Looking good for FaZe now, as they have their 8th round. For Navi as well, the idea is there. This is just a smart play from Olof. You get that first kill, and it's the bomb carrier as well, who's all on his own, which is a bit rough. Hard to kind of organize those things with, down the stretch of these rounds, but just pushing up Long is such a tough place to clear out a defender. 2-round lead.
Yeah, things looking, again, fairly even. We've had a lot of these type first halves throughout the maps so far, which is interesting.
Fragging, though. Electronic at 4, flamie at 4, Simple at 8. The production on the Navi side, I mean, it's pretty spectacular. They're at these, I mean, it's a testament to the kind of impact that Boomich has had in maybe 2 or 3 multi-kill rounds that they're even up at 6.
Yeah, and honestly, that's been my feeling throughout this entire best of 3. It's just a feeling of looking at the scoreboard and saying, how have Navi got this?
How are they still close?
Yeah.
Yeah, FaZe has at times, especially Dust 2. Like the Dust 2 win from Navi like really creeped up on me, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a weird experience, but here we are. Broky and coldzera down towards the far left side of the bomb site, sort of up against the wall. It's a very powerful double setup if you don't get flashbanged, which, I mean, if you do, then...
They don't have any. Navi doesn't have any.
Oh, you're absolutely right. A couple of smokes and molotovs here. That's it. Trying to get it done. A team kill, and Broky's still in play, trying to go for more, and he'll drop the bomb. 30 seconds left. He turns almost for the triple, but he may have done enough already. Now coming in for the other side of that sewer, it's Rain. I think he just spotted Perfecto there, so he definitely knows they're coming back for more. flamie waiting inside. I mean, this is going to have to be a sketchy bomb plant. He can't cover him. Perfecto, or sorry, flamie has to play for the after plant pretty much. And faking it once, but now the flank is coming in, and Rain will drop him one time and the double up. Following with that one, nicely done, and a 9-6 end here, favoring FaZe.
So many flashbangs thrown into that bomb site when they eventually did take it, and that 2-on-4, they could just never get comfortable. Either way, once again, how did Navi get this many rounds? 6-9 in the favor of FaZe. We'll see who wins the series when we come back from the break.
Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime. I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you wanted to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody.
Yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half of the final map here between Faze and Navi. Once again, fairly close, but Faze with a bit more of a lead this time, 9-6 in their favor. They're going to be happy about that. Navi, they've done a pretty good job of coming back from even some pretty creepy scorelines. So I expect that, you know, they could probably do it again. Why not?
Yeah, there's no reason to think that they wouldn't be able to. I think the tough part is if you're trying to start imagining a comeback happening, you're not also imagining Electronic at 3 kills and flamie at 4 kills. They did start on the T side, which can be restrictive on this map. Maybe switching over the defense is going to help out. Oh, this is a big play through Monster, but it's slowed down. Great counter flashes from the defense. Perfecto's got the first kill. NiKo hits the ground, and flamie's going to build upon it, and the defense is working out phenomenally. Oh, flamie! 4 quick kills right at the end.
Wow, he heard you, Jason. He was saying, you know what? You're right. It can't be a comeback if all I've got is 4 kills. So let me just double that.
Real quick.
From 4 to 8 in a round. And starting off Navi nicely. When they peek into that monster tunnel, everybody's blind on both sides.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone saw anything. It was like, oh, what's happening? But this was a great follow-up.
That's what they need. That's the first step. flamie getting logged in on this second half. Off on the right foot with the pistol win, and Faze, as we saw previously, we saw this on Nuke. Losing the pistol round, not buying a single thing. 5 Glocks.
It makes sense, I think. Again,
Yanko economics.
Yanko, yeah. Well, I would trust Yanko to figure that stuff out.
Oddly enough, I would too.
Well, doesn't he have some sort of degree?
I think he did actually get an economics degree.
So there we go.
So it actually all makes sense.
Make of it what you will. I do tend to follow up on that thread in a second.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, you know.
Just leave us hanging mid-sentence. Come back to it maybe in 3 or 4 rounds.
I was going to say, for me, you know, economists are just, they are a little bit like, you know, meteorologists just for money. You know, they just make predictions in the future. No one ever checks if they're right or not.
No one ever comes back to it.
Even if it's only like 50% correct, everyone's like, yeah, it's a pretty good job, you know. It's like,
well, yeah. Still.
It's harsh, I know.
I would trust Yanko. He's the one.
Yes, he's the one economist that actually knows. It's fair play. Well, let's see if he's right about this. He saved the money for them. They've invested into AK-47s for this 18th round. Going to be diverting and putting out the Molotov with an immediate smoke, and then Rain a little bit more forward. They didn't want to keep running, and I don't really blame them. I mean, there's a lot of grenades to slow them down along that path, and eventually you just feel like you might be running into, you know, a bit more of an opposition they were expecting. Now boosting up on top instead and coming right through. A lot of speed behind it. A great flashbang, but still the MP9s are doing a lot more than you were expecting. Boomich, Perfecto, Electronic as well, and that leaves NiKo in a 1 versus 3. They're fighting a little bit too much. Again, just slow it down now. You've got the 1-on-3, now the 1-on-2. Smoke up behind here, and that's dangerous. Don't want to get tapped for the smoke. They do eventually get him down, and that'll tie it up at 9-9.
That was risky for Simple to spam through the smoke. He gave away his position that he was coming for the flank, but it did. I guess the logic is to occupy his attention so his teammate can get the kill, which is exactly how it played out. Still.
Yankonomics not working out this time.
Didn't trickle down quite the same way, did it?
Trickle down economics. I think that was debunked a while ago. Well, regardless, round number 19. And now now off to a great start, 3 in a row. Going to be probably having another one here unless the the sort of slight investment into this round is going to make a difference for FaZe. Which again, it's one of the reasons why it's always fun to watch a FaZe game. You actually never know if that could happen. Could have one of those freak rounds where you're like, oh, more headshots with deals.
Yeah, and that's the recipe. Here we go. Olof has one. coldzera and NiKo with the others. I think we're due for a good, solid NiKo Deagle round. I feel like it's been a while, or just a Rain P250 round with the flashbang from NiKo. They're just sending him in to do work, and he's got another dink. Oh, NiKo can clean that up so quickly, but look how much it's pulled everyone away from the B bomb site. This site is wide open, and Perfecto might want to get into cover.
Yeah, he almost overstepped the mark there. If he had been out in the open, he would have surely gone down. They do have flamie on the other side, and they clean it up nicely. That's important. So, I mean, a bomb plant and a kill is not so bad for FaZe. It was shaping up to be much worse.
If Perfecto was a supervillain, what would his power be?
If he was a supervillain, what would his power be? I think, what have we seen from him yet? It's a good question. I think for now, sort of stumbling into unfortunate scenarios that actually turn out kind of well.
Oh, okay.
So sort of like, you know, luck, I guess. Was that fair?
Didn't Deadpool already do that? Deadpool 2? They had the girl whose superpower was...
Oh, yeah, that's true. You're right. So
the whole gag, it's not really a superpower?
That's someone else's superpower.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. You don't have to answer now. We'll come back to this at the end of Katowice.
Okay, I'll put some real thought into it. That's, it's gotta be rough. Does it have to be an elaborate backstory or anything like that?
No, I just want the power. I don't want the story.
Okay.
Don't need any origin.
All right, well, I'll bring it back up. I won't forget. 20th round. FaZe back with an investment. Obviously, slightly helped with the bomb plant. That does give the $800 bonus to everybody. And they're taking it real slow this time. Don't want to do anything crazy. Look at the stack on B, just as a contrast to how FaZe were playing this with only broky there alone.
Yeah.
Different feel.
Well, and just a full spread default as well. Plenty of times on the T side, Navi was just putting Electronic over towards Fountain, over towards the playground, and everyone else huddled outside the B bomb site. This is very spread from FaZe. They've got control of Fountain. They've got control of the staircase between the bomb sites, which is a very critical part of that. This is actually a huge map. It takes a long time to rotate between the bomb sites if you don't have control of the stairs. So the fact that NiKo has that allows the escape route, allows them to call audibles if needed.
They've got Cold at least making sure everyone is pushed back over at the restrooms, but, you know, it's the only one there. The rest of them are going to go for this monster play right now. 30 seconds. There's not going to be any time to run back. Flashbang is absolutely dead on perfect, but still, the rain goes down, and now there's a Molotov blocking the way with 20 seconds left, so this is a disaster right now. I don't think FaZe can come back in this round unless they get kills right now, and they actually do. Perfecto and flamie both going down with 15 seconds now on the clock. They should have had no chance to get into this bomb site. I don't know if Navi were really looking at the time here. broky now going to run for the end zone, and he'll get the chance, so pretty good job here. 3 versus 4 for the after plant, and FaZe should have almost no business even with a bomb plant in this round.
Oh, Navi have a decision to make. If they don't get a kill from Simple, they might want to back away, but Electronic is now fully committed. broky's heard the drop. Some covering fire. Boomich still hasn't come to join up. It's all in this flashbang. There's the kill onto broky. There's the kill onto olofmeister, and all of a sudden they're so close. NiKo's got low HP. He's down. 3 kills for Electronic, and coldzera's going to swing. He's going to swing wide, and it's Boomich. Navi have somehow come right back with the cleanest of retakes.
It's great setup with the flashbang, and obviously Electronic just did even more. I mean, it wasn't just a flashbang to set that one up. Really nice hit. It's just Simple looking actually relieved, you know, just thank God we won that round, because I actually just think they had no business at all even being in it FaZe. Yeah, flamie's loving it too. This is great. Really smooth play.
Yeah, Olof had to have been a little bit blind, maybe just recovering. NiKo not with the HP, but the post plant weren't able. I mean, listen, fair play. That smoke that's in the bomb site that lets them get the plant down, it fades right when that bomb gets planted, so there's no chance for anyone from FaZe to get into new positions. They would have been well overexposed, and Navi now grabbing the advantage and the lead, 11-9 here on Overpass. They have won 5 rounds in a row, all 5 rounds of this second half.
And if there hadn't been a bomb plant that round, FaZe would have been very pressured with the economy. Going to try and see if they can explode through. This time a double stack on the other side. They're running through the smoke at Perfecto, mowing them down with the help of flamie. That is 3 men dead with no response yet. And broky surfing up on the side, trying to stay alive.
You ain't getting a plant this round. The next one's going to be a half buy, and you have to expect there's either going to be a timeout after this or a timeout after the next to talk over that next gun round because FaZe look stumped. We haven't even seen anyone really even approach bathrooms.
No, that's a good
point. Any of these rounds.
Well, here's the logic, I suppose, from trying to make that explosion happen through the smoke that quickly or that early on in the round, is that if Navi were going for a similar setup where they had 3-minute bathrooms, you could do that really quickly. I mean, we talked about that when broky was alone.
Yeah.
So going for those early executes, it's kind of a good idea, but it's a gamble, right? And they had 2 people on the other side of it absolutely ready for it.
And they lost the gamble. They're wiped out. Bankrupt.
All right.
Well, we went from wondering, scratching our head saying, how did Navi get 6 to now, how did Navi win the whole series? Just starting to get into that conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's Perfecto's superpower, is that he can just he can win, but it doesn't feel that way. It's always catching you off guard.
The worst superpower in the world.
Wouldn't you be super tilted? Like you
just never got credit. Just always winning.
No, but as the team that's losing against him, you're like, I thought we were winning all along. And
yeah,
now suddenly they're at 16 rounds. I don't understand why. People lose track of it. I'm losing track of it. I feel like I'm paying attention. I'm trying my best, Jason. I still don't know how they're...
You're trucking along. You're getting up there, a little long in the tooth, but...
Still don't know how they're doing it.
Second best of 3 of the day. You're still paying attention.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they do pay me for this, I think. So hopefully they still will. It's 6 rounds in a row for Navi. I mean, that's part of the explanation. I figured out half of the rounds that they've got. They were in this first half, so in the second half. So that's part of it. coldzera gets sniped, and again, as you said, kind of a half buy into this one. Man, those Yankonomics have got to be put into play strong soon. Hope they've made some big investments that are going to be...
Yeah, the economics, the short-term losses, but you'll have long-term gains.
That's it.
Just hoping it kicks in here in round 23.
Default on some of those loans, whatever it is, whatever it takes at this point.
Okay, declare bankruptcy, start over.
That's how it's done. That is exactly how you do it. Well, they're all sort of leaning towards the B side a bit. I guess broky and NiKo look like they wanted to. But yeah, this is just sniping contest with the Deagle. Look for your highlight.
Against an AK and an AWP.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Not the easiest of contests to win. Nade is out. That does phenomenal damage. broky is not having a good time in this round.
All of the shrapnel.
All of it.
He's going to need 2 of those Iron Man hearts
Run
to
boost?
keep him alive. Why not?
Just boosting up over the smoke. That could have been cool.
Run boosting a guy with 17 health into a bomb site seems needlessly cruel, doesn't it?
Oof, there we go. Rain with a headshot. They know where Electronic is as well, but he has no reason, no motivation to peek. Just hold the line. It's exactly what he does. Boomich comes in right at the end. 13-9, a 4-round lead for Navi.
Electronic got to 12, flamie at 12, Simple at 13. Just think about how they came into this half. What was it? 2 kills in Electronic, 4 and flamie?
4, I think. Simple had 8 or 9.
Yeah, and Electronic had like 3 or something like that.
It wasn't great. They've stepped up.
They have. They found that last bit of power at the end of it.
They've got a lot of money now too. For FaZe now, the tough part is the story is you have to start winning multiple 2 rounds in a row. Simple's dropped coldzera. This time it's with an AK-47 in hand, so it's extra frustrating. But I was going to say the problem now for FaZe is they're having a hard enough time winning 1 round. You're going to have to win like 3 in a row to take the economy of the money away from Navi. They are so rich, and that spam not connecting. Olof once more. He's got Perfecto. He's brought FaZe back into a 4-on-4, but at the cost of all of his HP, he's got to go passive from this point on.
Yeah, that was nearly a complete disaster there. I mean, Olof almost could have been shot down again, and maybe that would have been the round for Navi, but now it's interesting. NiKo and broky are going to try and flash their way into long. They don't get shut down from the AWP, but oh no, he walks right into it. 8G to take him out. Good double kill for Electronic. It was a triple in the last round, so he is fully back in action now. Olofmeister and Rain, 2 versus 4. The bomb is far away with 50 seconds. Navi just turned this game in their favor, and suddenly they're looking almost indestructible. 0 rounds so far for FaZe in the second half. It's about to be an 8-round run here.
I don't even know if it's Navi looking indestructible. They certainly look much, much better than they did in the first half. It also looks like FaZe on this T side don't quite have Overpass down, they don't look like they're super comfortable with it.
I agree. There's definitely part of that. Maybe that's also why we saw some of those gambles with the 4-1 type setup is
yeah,
like
possibly
a subtle signal that you're sort of saying, you know, we're not 100% sure how to actually do this. So,
I mean, there's only been, what, 4 kills in the last 4 rounds? 5 kills in the last 5 if you want to count this one right here for FaZe.
Not great. I'm just trying to, you know, read between the lines of what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just the production, the fracking production is not going well. And what that usually indicates is just you're just getting like wiped out by a crossfire, right? And just not enough trades. It's when you attack this point, there's some kind of a setup. Someone's either getting 2 to 3 kills, or there's a crossfire that doesn't let the follow-up player get the trade and open up some space. So Navi on this defense is just doing a really good job at the point of the attack as well.
Of course, 2 rounds that start like this is hard to handle. 14 to 9, 24th round. And now it's time for FaZe. Second half, they absolutely need a kill, they need a round, they need to get into this game. Just any kind of a good opening that they can build something behind right now, I think would be a welcome change. They have 3 smokes in this round on the T side. That can be a pretty limiting factor. Again, you talked about how huge this map is. If you have all the grenades on the T side, right, you can set up like half an execute on one side, then go somewhere else and follow up with a full execute. But if you only have these grenades, you kind of can't. Well, look at flamie. Sneaking all the way out.
That's a brutal position. That's so much information. Even Kovač is now rotating off the B bomb site, and that's a massive kill to get. And yeah, Rain needed to be aggressive there. Needed to trade that back. Kovač is now returning to the B-bomb site. Or no, he's not. I was mistaken. Fooled by the minimap.
Slightly thinking about it, I think, but I think he's just shuffling back and forth between... So is FaZe at the moment, but the clock is running against them. And you talked about the 3 smokes. Well, that's down to 1 and a Molotov on Rain. So this setup is going to be really minimal. Perfecto saying, I can't really hold this on my own on top of the bomb site, so I'm going to fall back and we're just going to have to play it retake if that's what it gets to. I think Boomich could get here pretty quickly, but he has low health, so...
No, but this walking is giving up the game. Boomich and Electronic now rotating back. They're walking back towards T-spawn. 23 seconds. They can't do this. They have to pick up the pace right at this moment. They have not left enough time to get into this site.
Yeah, they're walking in a part of the map where no one could possibly hear them, so that's also questionable. 12 seconds on the clock, and FaZe might be about to run out of time simply, and that would be devastating here in what is close to the end of the map. It's NiKo to go down. First 5 seconds on the clock. The bomb, it's already being planted, and Boomich can't get there quick enough. Rain with the kill, and Perfecto sneaking out. A little bit of an overstep, leaving Simple in a 1 versus 2. Rain with a nice triple kill in the round, and I don't know, Simple. He's got a lot of money, and he's had a hot hand. But still, is it worth it to try for it? He's got the USP out, sneaking in. Yeah, you want it. Well, maybe you're going to get a chance. Oh, instant headshot. And now, with the pistol, there's no head armor on broky. In fact, he's up on top of the box, and broky will win the fight. Oh, man. 1-on-1 versus Simple, and the rookie will come out on top this time. 14 to 10, but what a sexy shot.
That was a quick little tap from Simple. That was nasty with the USP. When you have that much money, it's a 1-on-2. Why not just go for it? I think the real problem was right there. Boomich wanted to turn that corner and stop the plant. I think he realized he was going to miss the timing on preventing the plant from going down, and that hesitation costed him everything. But I cannot believe that FaZe won that round.
I think you said, woo, when...
I did another one.
Can we get that replay?
Don't do it.
Those are the important replays.
I hit a new octave. Didn't think I went that high.
You know what? I appreciate it. We'll get out. Go to a karaoke bar or something. We'll see how wild it can get.
See what notes I can hit. 14 to 10 now. That's the first round FaZe have put on the board, and it felt like the unlikeliest.
Yeah, it's an narrow margin at the moment in some of these rounds. They had no time at all. If Boomich had cleared the corner and stopped the bomb, that's the round. 14 to 10.
Well, this is the next obstacle. I mentioned a couple of rounds ago. Now it's about building rounds together because there's just so much economy for the defense. Simple going to run through that Molotov. He's going to find all the information. He'll see everything's clear. He has a chance if he wanted. You could see they were setting up for the grenade to blow open the door for Simple's peak, but he called it off, at least for the moment.
Yeah, he's calling in flamie. Instead, he's saying, that's fine. Yeah, I've got this covered. Let's just make sure we keep the sewer. And this is the kind of a forward defense that we actually mentioned when FaZe were playing on the CT side that we didn't get to see that much, but Navi are definitely doing it.
I thought we'd see it. We did see him try it early on in the half, and it got so shut down they didn't go back to it. Simple. This is the tag. That's spammable. He's down to 9 HP. Somehow he's alive, but FaZe do not want him to get away. There's the peak. There's the support from flamie as well.
I can't believe he's still alive. Obviously wounded. He's falling all the way back to the A-bomb side saying thanks, but no thanks.
FaZe can't believe he's still alive. That's got to be frustrating.
Yeah, truly. Electronic playing in the middle of the restrooms here, which seems like partly a question of just timing. You know, if you look the wrong way, if coldzera's coming in on one side, it's not going to work out well. Slightly better position here, I think. But we'll see. If they forget to check this, if they just run out of time again and go for the A-bomb side and Electronic is still lingering around, that's the end of the round and maybe the end of the map too, just given the economy. And look at the timing. Rain is right back there. I think they're going to try and fake that A-bomb side, but Electronic, is he going to catch them? He'll at least see. He'll say, no one is here. I've not seen anybody. And that's why they can rotate Simple back down there. 3 men on the bomb side. Electronic going to be shooting in the back. This is a 1,000,000-to-1 chance of FaZe. They're walking into a stack yet again. A quick trade there, but Simple will take down Rain even at 7 health. And Electronic, there's the shot in the back to drop broky. They had all of the info. They knew everything that was coming Navi, and that's going to land them a 15th round.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. FaZe even got to the proper position. They even at the base of bathrooms, they just never actually entered it to clear that out. And Electronic, just by intel, ruins their day. For FaZe, it's got to be 5 in a row, and it's got to start with 3 pistols, a Galil, and an AK-47. This is rough for considering how good FaZe looked in the first 2 maps of this series. To have a final half like this,
yeah, it's devastating.
Is crushing.
Well, I mean, I think the key part of what you're saying here is it's the 3rd map in a series, right? And even if FaZe have been looking amazing this year, and you know, it's great fun to see. There is always that map pool problem, and you know, maybe just you know, a little bit too soon.
It's not there yet.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's a pretty reasonable excuse to pull out, I think.
Talked about on the desk. I believe they said each of these teams had only played this map once, so it's not exactly in either one's wheelhouse, but.
Look at it.
I feel like Overpass has lost a little bit of love in the pro teams recently.
It has. I've noticed that as well. Electronic really far out on the A side again, the restrooms allowing for a 4-man stack at the B bomb side, and FaZe might be playing right into it once again here. It's Rain to go down first, Simple with the early AWP pickoff, and Boomich is there, and yeah, they're just feeding more and more people into this huge defense. It's a nice shot from coldzera, but he's inside of the smoke, and back up is hard to come by at the moment. He tries to get out, but flamie will drop him, and now broky goes down at 16-10 as Navi end up winning the series and taking down FaZe early on here in Katowice.
Yeah, that is a phenomenal series from Navi. At some points, far behind, able to scrape together some comebacks. This one, they just led from the front. Once the second half got started, it was all Navi. And I think at FaZe, when they watch back that Overpass demo, they're just going to say, oh, we just let Electronic do whatever he wanted. He had all the information at all times of these rounds, and we couldn't really counter that. We couldn't come around for it. So, tough series for FaZe to drop, but you have to say, impressed by Navi overcoming some of the struggles. Ready to a break, and when we come back, we'll have the desk break down the series.
Your destiny, slay your enemy, raise a legacy. No more apologies, trust your abilities, gather the energies. Pull yourself back together and staying off track forever. Child of the nation, will seek redemption, time for salvation. Today is meant to be day of victory, time for history. dodge the tendency, fight the entropy, channel your rivalry. You're praying for fortune to come. You're hearing the sound of the drums. It's too late to backtrack, but pack your bag now. Keep your feet on the ground and stand up. You've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out, out, out. Stand up, up. You've got what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you black out.